Does he think that he's being deposed under oath? Was he subpoenaed by Tim McManus? You don't have to tell the truth. I don't think that all leaders don't understand, I think, the purpose of the media. You have to understand that the purpose is not to be honest necessarily. That's not your goal. Your goal is not to fully inform the media of everything that's going on in your mind. Your goal is to do what's best for your team. And if you don't think that, I can't understand why he would think that being so unsure and uncertain and confused and hemming and hawing, as if he answered this incorrectly, that they were going to fire him on them. I don't understand how he thinks that helps his team. And if he doesn't understand that the point of the media, for him at least, is not to give the right answer, but to give the best answer. And that answer just seemed like he was surprised by a question that he's been getting for at least 5 weeks now. He was shocked that they hit him with it. It doesn't make sense to me. It blows my mind that he would do that going into this game. What you do in that situation is say, this is my guy. I'm standing by my guy. Then if he stinks it up again, then the next week, if you want to change, then you change. I just don't get the point of being so confused in front of a question that he can't be surprised by.
Shefty, I was trying to read your face. What do you think of it?
Well, again, that sounded like a head coach who's thinking about making a quarterback change. That's what it sounded like. Pauses, going back and forth, opening the door. I'm just telling you, in any media market, that right there is evidence that you are contemplating a quarterback change. That's what it sounded like.
I totally agree. In the meantime, Bart Scott, I know that you don't think that's what they should do. Why not?
Listen, my wife and our therapist would tell us that that's being passive aggressive. And that's what he's doing, right? Find the point. Listen, in the last 2 segments, we just talked about two coaches that point the finger and not the thumb. And that's not what you expect from management. At the end of the day, Doug Pederson won with somebody else's player. He won the Super Bowl in his second. He won in his second season. He has weapons out there that are aging. Listen, we're about to go to Christmas this season, and a lot of people are going to go out there and they're going to buy a lot of things. But guess what? That credit card bill is going to be due. And that's what's due for the Philadelphia Eagles. $64 million over the cap. You talk about Jason Peters. You talk about Kelsey. You talk about Lane Johnson. That's a great offensive line 3 years ago. So now, you think about Carson Wentz. He's around. He has to be around during the transition, much like Russell Wilson had to stand around when the Legion of Boom left and they had to retool. This is Howie Roseman and his ability to spend all this money and buy all these shiny pieces and not draft well, and Carson Wentz is paying the price. He's on pace to get sacked 60 times. What quarterback can thrive in this league when he's getting on pace to be getting sacked 60 times in one season?
Part of them sacks are his fault because he holds onto the ball for quite some time.
Yeah,
and you brought up
I'm faster than Alshon Jeffries right now. He can't jump over a paperclip.
You brought up the relationship idea in this, and I think that's a good analogy because we all know if you're in relationships that being honest is not always the right thing to do. You know when you get those certain questions that you know how to answer those questions. Doug Pederson apparently doesn't realize that sometimes you just got to be a little dishonest. In that situation, I love my quarterback. My quarterback looks great in his pants. My quarterback is fantastic at throwing. I'm going to stand by him. And then when he's terrible, then you say, I don't know. Let me go ahead and look at this younger, maybe better quarterback.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.